Hello and welcome. Now in this video, ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna take another searching skills features that will be very handy for you. So let's go ahead and go directly inside Google Chrome, and here we have the previous examples. Okay, so I'm gonna open a new tab, closing the previous one, and here what I'm gonna type how to play sound in Android, let's say. Okay, Android Studio, there we have it. Now as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, as a normal we are gonna get a lot of results. Okay, so as you can see, for example, here we have this Android developer, we have this media player keyword, okay, and we have this, for example, the second one, it's come from the Stack Overflow, so I'm gonna click on it and let's open the Stack Overflow. Let's see what you are gonna get. So the question here is actually play sound on button click. So this is something that I think that we have did before, but we are gonna of course take it once again. So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, here this is something very interesting for you, ladies and gentlemen, which is the media player. Now the media player is actually a class that will help us to actually not just play sound. It's more than that, but one of the usage of it to play sound. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and to do this, here if we go back to here we have it. Yeah, we have the check answer. I'm just gonna copy the whole code here. Okay, for let's say this answer, going back here, let's paste it, convert it once again, and let's see what we can do. Okay, of course Android Studio will take a second to convert this Java code to file to Kotlin. Okay, and of course we need to wait for it. Okay, and of course what it's gonna do is just gonna replace this with a variables. Okay, so once again we have this error that I'm just gonna remove this import android.r, and we are gonna good to go. So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, here we are creating a variable, call it 1. I'm just gonna replace it with play instead. It's equal, let's remove this and here we are removing this as a button. Okay, we are going to try our best to make it easy as possible. Here we need to pass the ID, okay, for our button. That's here we need to add a button, so I'm just going to add a random material. I'm going to leave the ID as a button. Here we are going to type r.id.button. Instead of casting it to a view, I'm just going to cast it to a button. Okay, this is something that you should be very familiar with, okay, because you have this step a lot. Here we are creating a media player object from the media player class and store it in the variable called mb, which is the media player. It's equal to the media player class. This dot create, that means it will help us to create a file, or let's say we are gonna here store or prepare a file or an mp3 file, let's say. Okay, and we need to give it the context, and you can type this or application context. It's really no real matter. Okay, and here we need to specify the file path r.row. As you can see, as you know, ladies and gentlemen, by now we need to store all the audios and videos inside our raw folder. That's why we need to create that folder. In this case I do not have it, and I'm not gonna create it because it's just for clarify the idea. r.row.file name. Okay, and here I'm gonna send them space. Here we are typing play, which is the name of our button, that dot set on click listener. Okay, we need to import this. Okay, we have imported. So I'm not gonna solve all these errors because we need to do something else, but I'm just gonna explain the things that we are doing. And of course we have an error section that we are gonna talk about in the next section maybe. So but before that, let's continue with this. Here we are typing play.set on a click listener. That means this method will get executed here. Okay, once we run we click on the button. Okay, and here we are typing mb.start. That means this will start the audio sound, the media player. Okay, so as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, how it's easy to play a sound inside your Android project. And of course there are a lot of ways. For example, I will show you another way Okay, how to play a sound using, let's say, sound bowl. Okay, I'm gonna type using the sound, okay, the sound bowl, which is another Android class. Okay, so let's see if we can get some results from this. So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we have the sound bowl example, which is another class, okay, that will help you to play a sound. Okay, so of course, here you can see all the results that you can get. Okay, play a sound using sound bowl example. We have, so for example, this example. We have, for example, this example. Yeah, it's really funny. So of course you can take a look on them, but I just want to make sure, or just I will recommend for you to using the media player because it's easy, it's more usable, it's more popular. So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, you can go further with this. Okay, you can go ahead and try your own. Okay, but it's just my idea here to get something that you haven't covered and get the things that you want to get from the internet. Okay, because I cannot explain everything in one course, so I will try my best to help you get anything that you want to get. So that was our lesson about how to play a sound. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. We are gonna continue on in the next video.